Hello, welcome to game 2 of my match against Russ2. Let's take a look at what we've got here. We've got Remake, but Shelters. We've got Importer. Importer can gain Souk. Importer getting Souk feels like the best trashing to me, honestly. We do have Necropolis, and like Catapult Attack does not hurt you very much. After playing a Liaison, if you have 5 or more favors. Oh, so Importer comes with the money always. Yeah, so the Catapult Attack doesn't seem like it hurts us if we're always playing with Souks for just tons of money. Battlefield means we want to green early, which Souk is kind of fine with. I think I'm going to go Research Importer. Research lets us trash a copper on a turn. We buy a Souk to trash 2 more. So if you have Research 3 copper, Souk, you can Research a copper, Souk gains you a bunch. You play the Souk, trash the 2 coppers. So I think this is just Research Importer. We get some Souks and Souk money, basically. There's no other Liaisons. I don't think the Charlatan Attack does too much. I think it's just Research Importer, get a couple of Souks. We can consider a couple of distant lands early, especially if you only have 1 Souk in the deck. Or Importer can gain distant lands later on, but we kind of need to be really thin for that to work. Here we'll definitely trash through this over in a state and see what we find. We find a copper. So next turn, our Importer misses the shuffle, which is not great. I can even get another Importer, but we're short on action space. So I think I'm just going to get another Research so we can get all the way thin. And yeah, it's a pretty nasty bad draw for me. I can get a silver now. I can get an second Importer maybe. And Importer gains Souks. And maybe Importer gains some distant lands early for the battlefield points. But I feel like I'm in a losing position here, like pretty solidly from the guy to draw turn 3. Which is frustrating on a mirror, but not much else you can do. I guess I thinned 1 more card through with my Overgrown Estate. All right, so we trash 2. Importer. So, like, is there a world where I take an estate here? Knowing that next turn I'm just thinning very quickly. I've got this Research if I need to trash it. And the battlefield points are important, and I don't want to gain distant lands too early. I think so. Like next turn, I've got most likely Research. Got some Research Hovel maybe next turn, or something like that. I wouldn't consider this, except I feel like I'm behind already. So if I'm behind, I maybe need to play very aggressively. I've already trashed 2. I've got the second Importer in play. They don't have an Importer here. So I'm going to have 2 Souks in this shuffle with a ton of terminals. So the distant lands just feel like they're not going to happen. So this is like gain Souk, trash 2 estates, trash 2 coppers, trash a copper. And call it a turn. And hopefully draw the Necro with some action cards. Excuse me. So they took a Stampede and a distant lands. Makes some sense. The Souk does nothing this turn, so they can't buy much this turn. But they do get the distant lands into play and the extra VP that comes with that. And they get their Importer into play. So yeah, I'd consider taking well, like I could do the same thing myself here. I could go Research Copper Importer and go like Stampede, Stampede Estate. Here, I will draw my deck next turn, gain an Importer. Draw my deck next turn. Basically, draw my deck next turn. I will miss 1 card next turn, I guess. 2 cards next turn. But I can like believe in the Stampede because I don't have. I want to try to find the Necropolis next turn. and find the research. And I'm going to do the thing I just am not super wild about. I'm only finding 2 cards into this shuffle. Okay, they get a Stampede as well. I guess I get the Distant Lands. Feels bad, but I can't just let them get all the Distant Lands. Okay, I can stop here and research an estate if I want. I don't think I want to. I want to find that Distant Lands, I guess, and play it. Is that true? Not necessarily. I might just play the Importer instead. Save the horse, trash copper, trash estate, play Importer. I have a Souk and a Distant Lands down there, which I would like to play. I can't play them both next turn, obviously. The second Importer is kind of bad now. I don't have a way to deal with it. Like, I can't play it every turn. So maybe I will not play the Importer this turn. Okay. Trash copper. And we trash estate. Distant Land Souk. So, I guess I'm taking the last Distant Lands here. I'm going to win the battlefield split 8-4, which feels pretty nice. My deck is quite a bit thinner. 3 fewer coppers, 2 fewer estates. And I kind of have to take a turn off to, I have to get a gold at some point, right? That's the rub here. I have to get a gold. Or like a silver. But mostly. So, Souk plus gold. You know, if you have Souk, if gold is 3, so if you have Souk and 2 other cards, I probably do need to get a gold at some point. Question is, do I also need to get like a silver? So I can go silver estate here. And I'm looking to research these Importers now. And I guess I can go Distant Lands now. I should be able to play Distant Lands Souk on a turn and buy a gold like next turn. Yeah, like I'm pretty happy to research this Importer and just get it done. And play 2 Souks as my terminals in subsequent turns. I have this 4-point lead from Battlefield, which seems like a lot in a kingdom like this. It's really tough to ramp up points. We'll see if they keep playing Importers. I mean, I guess I can research this Importer and buy another Distant Lands if they're buying a Distant Lands here. We'll see. They didn't find their Souk, or they did, but they didn't want to play it because they wanted to get the Distant Lands down. So there's a world where I play this Importer. I play Necropolis Importer. So I research the estate. I play Importer, Souk, buy another Distant Lands. I could just play Distant Lands Souk, buy another Distant Lands. So yeah, I've got this sort of static 4-point VP lead that I'm just going to have forever. And I take a Distant Lands, and then we try to split the Distant Lands evenly, and then I've got a 4-point lead and an extra Souk. And just play Necropolis Souk and try to get there that way. Also take a gold and start greening. Is my other option. I think the deck kind of chokes, so I think I'm willing to play it slow and grab Distant Lands here. Yeah, this is kind of a bad turn. The Necropolis is the bottom card of the deck, for sure. So I think with the Necropolis as the bottom card of the deck, which is unlucky, but I think I've had good draws so far. We're doing a lot of stampeding. Okay, so we're going to research an Importer. We're going to play a Distant Lands. We're going to pass the turn. Okay, so we have an extra Distant Lands. If we get one more Distant Lands and get it in play, then We just have to win, split provinces evenly, and it's going to be kind of a mess splitting provinces. Because the way splitting provinces will be working here, the storeroom. So this is quite nice. This thing that they're doing. They're going to get 3 distant lands here. No. Okay. So this is the question: does Stampede, Storeroom, Souk get you 15 points province estate every time for the rest of the game? This is somewhat important to note. So, you get to 10 cards. Stampede discards 9 cards. You get 16 points. They have 2 Souks, but maybe the second Souk isn't necessary. So can I do this now? Can I just research copper? Do I need to research copper? Maybe I don't even need to research copper this turn. I guess I want to, because Souk will give me more coins. Alright, so the thing they're doing is Storeroom, Stampede, and I can even pick up a silver. And why am I picking up a silver? And does Catapult affect that attack? Not really. So if I pick up Storeroom Stampede, they can hit 16 once. So they get a province next turn in Stampede. Maybe an estate. They have 2 estates. 3 coppers. Necropolis Importer, 2 researches. 2 Souks. Storeroom. I'm going to go Stampede, Storeroom, nothing. I'm just never getting to 18 this way. I guess I need to do Stampede, Storeroom. Maybe get a second Storeroom. Stampede, Storeroom, and follow suit on what they've done. I don't know. I should do the math, but I'm tired. I don't know why it's 12:30 in the afternoon, but I'm tired. So the thing was happening that I thought might happen is that it's somewhat tough for them to draw their whole deck. And if they bottom deck Storeroom and Necropolis, I did that in one of my shuffles. I bottom decked Necropolis. Okay, I'm getting defensive here. I did that one shuffle. I bottom decked Necropolis, but that's. I think I top decked it a bunch of other times. So they do province. That extra estate last turn seemed quite bad to me. I feel like they're going to have a tough time drawing it. I don't have a research in play. The research in play does bad things. I can't actually hit. I should be able to hit 13 here. Hopefully. I didn't screw that up. I might have screwed that up. Okay, so they just double stampeded. That is weird to me. Double stampede. What is the point of double stampede? What are they doing with a double stampede turn? So I go province stampede here. How many horses did I play? I only played 4, so I saved a horse. They're going to draw it back. So I go province stampede. Can they do double province? No. You can't do... You can do double province once, then you can't stampede. So I province stampede. They province stampede. I province stampede. They province stampede. I'm in a tough spot there then. Huh? So... yeah, we trade provinces till there's 2 left, and then they double and win. I have to hope they miss Province one more turn. Or do like Province Duchy Stampede, which I think I can get up to my last turn. Or I do Province Duchy 1 turn. Okay, well, I think I have to do Province Stampede. I think I have to play this out for 2 turns and then see what I need to do. I didn't think they could get to 23 coins, which is 21 coins. But I guess they can. I guess they can do double Province Stampede here with the double Stampede turn. So I can do a double Stampede turn, but I don't have as many cards in my deck. But they run the risk of not being able to have a turn if they only do 1 Stampede. Right? Because they've got 14 cards in deck and they're only drawing 10. So they could miss Necropolis or Storeroom. So this is 18 money. What we're seeing here. So they can double Province, but they don't get Stampede and their deck falls apart. So just going to do Province Stampede, I assume. They're researching a Souk. Okay. I guess researching a Souk. That's quite clever. Researching a Souk means they have a bunch of cards in hand. So they double Province here. They cannot Stampede. Okay, they are Stampeding. Okay, they get a second Storeroom, which they want for reliability, I assume. So one thing I can do is research a Souk myself. Not this turn, but next turn. Okay, so if I Storeroom, I discard 4, I get 4 coins. I research a Souk. I draw, research, horse, importer, Storeroom. So this is 13 again, but I save a horse. This is 14. So is there a world where I go Province Duchy here? I don't think so. The problem is if they Province next turn, I go double Duchy Stampede. So if they Province next turn, they're at 32. I go double Duchy Stampede. Is there a way that I can generate more coins? Do I need to like buy a copper? Because I'm underdrawing here. Oops. Yeah, okay. This is fine. Okay, I'm underdrawing here is the issue. I'm only adding 1 card. I'm underdrawing by 2. So I buy a Province and a copper. Do I even need the copper? So I get a Province here and a Stampede. I'll get a Province here and a Stampede. I'm hitting 15 next turn. So if they double Province, they're at 34. If they single Province, they're at 29. Sorry, they're at 32. Maybe they Province Duchy Stampede. They're at 35. I'm at 32. So I double Duchy up to 38. Then they double Province up to 47. So I would need Province Duchy Estate, which seems like in the realm of what I can do if I just counted that correctly. So basically they're getting 3 provinces, I'm getting 2, and then I just need 3 duchies to make up for that, plus an estate. So I'm gonna get Province Stampede here. And again, we're gonna save a horse over probably, and if we need to get an extra copper along the way. This is a question, do I get the copper now? I saved a horse this turn, right? I saved 1 horse this turn, so I lose the horse for next turn, but I get to 15. I get to 15 if I do this, right? Because I only got to 14 this turn. You need to discard the 8th card. So assuming I draw all of these cards, okay, I drew horse. So I drew to the end, clean to the end of the shuffle minus 1. So I draw all these cards. I only get to 14 next turn by my calculations here. So I need to pick up the copper. Strange one. Somebody's going to be looking at that turn and be like, what the heck did they just do? But I'm pretty sure that copper allows me to get to double province. Well, wait. If the copper allows me to get to double province, then it was 15 and not 16. I think I might only be able to hit 15 points this turn. Okay, so they're assuming they're doing like Province Stampede here. Is there a world where they triple Province? Sure. But not with only one Stampede. And they set aside 2 only, 3 only. So they get to 11, they get to 13 hand size, storeroom, Necropolis. So how much money? They draw 2 with this, with the research, they draw 3, they get to 8. The horses even up to 13, Necropolis 12, storeroom 11, they discard 9, they get to 16. I guess there's a world here where I bottom deck the last horse. And I'm very sad. Okay. So, let us think. If I discard 7, discard 6, I get 13, I can go Stampede Duchy. So I just discard this, and I've got 2 storerooms in the souk, and I hope I don't get unlucky. I go double Duchy Stampede. I mean, I'm not... Can I just go Duchy Stampede here? Duchy Stampede Estate? So if they double next turn... they kind of have to take provinces next turn, I think. So if they double, I just need 15 money, which is Province Duchy Estate next. So if they double, they're at 45. So I need to get 13 points. 7 points over 2 turns, which would be Province Double Duchy next turn, which is pretty tough to do. So if I go Province Duchy Estate this turn, that's 4. And then Province Duchy Estate the next turn wins, I think. So my thought here is I research a souk and do Stampede Duchy Estate. Oops. Stampede Duchy Estate. Estate. And then if we start playing the Duchy dances, you know, it gets harder, obviously. Everything gets tough here. I don't think I left them a win here, but this is a very, very tricky kingdom. I kind of missed the souk storeroom Stampede stuff. I'm glad I was far enough ahead that I was able to recover. So yeah, my thoughts here, they get 11, and then I guess they had an extra horse from the previous. Well, they had 2 extra horses they'd saved. So this last horse. Oh, these last 2. What? What? Why did they play these horses for nothing? Oh, they drew cards. Okay. This last one only drew a card, though. I probably would have saved this last horse unless that last card was Storeroom or Necropolis. Yeah, so 18 Province, double Stampede, I guess. Okay. So, we play the minions here. Okay. We draw. Is this one short? Oh my god. Is this one short? Oh my god. Is there any redraw that I can do with the horses? No. Okay, so province, duchy, estate is 10. So they were able to get that one extra estate, which I didn't count. Okay. So I cannot win here if they have province. So I just go like duchy, estate. So I go duchy, estate, double stampede. I'm at 40. So I just go duchy, double stampede. I'm at 39. Boy, there must have been something I could have done there. Just needed more gains. If I just go duchy, stampede, stampede. At best, they're getting one duchy, so they're at 49. And I just need to get to 18 for province double duchy. And I got to 17 this turn. So yeah, we're trading duchies, and I'm generating extra coin next turn. If I get another turn, and if they buy an estate, duchy estate, we might have to do the whole thing over again. Oh, we'll see. This has been a completely nutty game. Okay. $10, $11, $12. I did it again. I keep doing this storeroom the wrong way, but wow, crazy one. Maybe I got a little lucky there. I don't know. I thought I was in a good position, and they really had to spend so much effort on Stampede to keep going. So we will move on to our third game.